welcome to this video on how to use our CTB, the Compost Tea Brewer that we have developed here in our company. In the last 7 years, we've been working with large-scale farmers producing and implementing compost tea in large-scale agriculture. In those years, we've been approached by many small farmers and gardeners and people with home gardens who also want to use compost tea. As you guys know, compost tea doesn't have any shelf life. It has to be used and implemented the same day. So it was difficult to give small quantities of compost tea to these clients. And because of that, we developed these two systems so that everyone can make very high quality compost tea at their home, at their small farm, with absolutely no cost and really good benefits. The last 7 years, we have been preparing compost tea in our large-scale factory under the guidance of Dr. Elaine Ingham, and we're working with her method with a microscope, ensuring high quality of our product. We offer 2 units for complete compost tea production. The first one is the CTB 40. This is a 50-gallon tank in which you can make 40 gallons of high-quality compost tea at each run. The second one is the CTB 10. This is a 13-gallon tank in which you can make 10 gallons of high-quality compost tea at each run. Let's have a look inside. Inside we have our distribution unit. We have the air unit. This is a part of it. And this is the rest of it. The air unit includes a high quality regenerative blower with a very high flow, unique for our system. Also includes high quality tubing. And also we have a pressure control valve, which we can use later. We also have this piece of pipe, which we use in order to transfer the air into the bottom of the tank. We also have a portion of humic acid we needed to make the compost tea. And we also have, the last item is a filtration sleeve in order to have the fine filtration of our compost tea in the end, so we can use it implemented through the irrigation system. The larger system has similar parts, though we use a much larger, much more powerful air blower. And we also use 1-inch piping instead of 3/4 of an inch that we use in the smaller system. After receiving your CTB unit, there are only 2 things you have to assemble. The first one is just this extension to the air unit. Really easy and simple to assemble. The second thing you need to do is to connect the distribution unit to the tank. Take the tank, this is the hole. It helps to put a little bit of liquid soap, just a little bit, and then all you have to do is just take the distribution unit and gently put it like this and like this. That's it. Make sure the distribution tap is closed. Let's fill it up with water. Add 1 sip of humic acid. As you can see, we don't fill the tank until the end. You'll soon see why. Humic acid helps us to get rid of the chlorine and the chloramine, which is already in the water. These substances are in the water in order to kill bacteria, and we want to grow the bacteria, so we need to get them out, and the humic acid helps us. Make sure the pressure control valve is closed, like this. Now we can turn on the unit. You can see why we didn't fill the unit all the way up, because all this very intense mixing. After you turn on the air unit, leave it on for about 5 minutes. This helps the chlorine to evaporate. Next thing, we add the compost. The amount of compost that we add is about 25% of the volume of the water. So, in this system, when we're preparing about 10 gallons of compost tea, we will add about 2.5 gallons of compost. We can add large amounts of compost because in these systems we don't use a bag for making compost tea. So the compost can move freely inside the tank, and the extraction process is much better. Now it's time to go do something else for about 15-20 minutes until the compost tea is ready. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let's go check on the system. Okay, now we have two options. We can either close the air completely, or we can reduce the amount of airflow in the tank to get a more delicate mixing. Let's close it right now. After closing the airflow, we let the compost tea sit for about 5 minutes. In these 5 minutes, the solid particles of the compost drop to the bottom of the container, making the filtration much easier. Let's check out the results. Smells great. Now, in order to achieve high-level filtration, we use our filtration sleeve in order to transfer the tea from the big tank to our bucket. See that it enables us higher level of filtration. Let's check out the results.